Dear students, welcome to this revision lecture. Here we will shortly revise the concepts that we have already studied in the classroom. So let's start. HTML lecture notes. Introduction to HTML. HTML, which stands for Hypertext Markup Language, is the standard language used to create web pages. It is the backbone of every web page you see on the internet. In these lecture notes, we will cover the basics of HTML, including essential tags, tables, heading levels, text formatting, and fonts. Basic HTML tags. HTML documents consist of elements enclosed within tags. Tags are used to structure and format content on a web page. Here are some fundamental HTML tags. Doctype. HTML declares the document type and version. HTML, the root element of an HTML page. Head contains metadata about the document. Title sets the title of the web page displayed in the browser's title bar. Script embeds JavaScript code. Body contains the visible content of the web page. It's essential to understand these basic elements as they play a crucial role in shaping the appearance and functionality of web pages. Doctype. HTML. This declaration is the first line you often see in an HTML document. It defines the document type and version being used. In modern web development, doctype HTML signifies that the page adheres to the HTML5 standard. HTML. This tag serves as the root element of an HTML page. Everything within an HTML document is nested within this element. It encapsulates the entire structure of the web page. Head. Inside the HTML element, we find the head element. The head section contains metadata, means data about data regarding the document. This information is not displayed directly on the web page but includes essential details like character encoding, linked style sheets, and the page's title. Title. Within the head section, the title element is used to set the title of the web page, which is displayed in the browser's title bar or tab. It provides a brief and descriptive name for the web page. Script. The script tag is used to embed JavaScript code directly into the HTML document. JavaScript is a scripting language that enables interactive functionality on web pages, such as form validation, animations, and dynamic content loading. Body. Finally, the body element encloses the visible content of the web page. This is where you place text, images, videos, and other elements that users see and interact with when they visit your site. The content within the body tag is what makes up the main substance of your web page. In summary, these HTML elements work together to create the structure, style, and functionality of web pages on the internet. Understanding how they function and interact is a fundamental step in becoming proficient in web development and design. Headings. Headings are used to define the hierarchy and structure of your content. There are 6 levels of headings. Let me tell you details about the various heading elements in HTML. Headings play a pivotal role in structuring the content of a web page and help make it more organized and understandable. HTML provides us with 6 different levels of headings, each represented by an H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, or H6 tag, and they are used for different purposes. H1, this is the highest level heading, and it represents the main heading of a web page or a section. Typically, there should only be one H1 per page, and it defines the primary topic or purpose of the content. H2, the H2 element represents a second level heading. It is often used to subdivide the content under the H1 into more specific sections or topics. Think of it as a subsection title. H3, as you can guess, H3 is a third level heading. It further breaks down the content within an H2 section into even more specific subtopics. It's useful for creating a hierarchical structure. H4 is a fourth level heading. You can use it to dive deeper into subtopics within an H3 section or for other minor headings that need to be distinguishable from higher level headings. H5, the H5 element represents a fifth level heading. It's less common than the previous levels, but can be handy for specific content organization or to provide additional clarity within an H4 section. H6, finally, we have the H6 element, which is the lowest level heading. It's typically used for the smallest subdivisions of content within an H5 or H4 section. The primary purpose of these heading elements is to create a logical structure for your content. Search engines use them to understand the hierarchy and importance of different sections on a web page. Additionally, screen readers for visually impaired users rely on these headings to provide context and navigation assistance. In summary, HTML heading elements are essential for structuring and organizing content on a web page, making it more accessible and user-friendly. Choosing the appropriate heading level for your content helps both human readers and machines understand the information's hierarchy and significance. Text formatting. HTML allows you to format text using various tags. P defines a paragraph. Strong indicates strong importance, usually displayed as bold. M emphasizes text, usually displayed as italic. U underlines text. BR inserts a line break. HR creates a horizontal rule, a line. In our journey through HTML, we have explored various elements that allow us to structure and format text and content on web pages. Now, let's delve into some more elements that help us control the appearance and presentation of text. P. The P tag stands for paragraph and is used to define a paragraph of text. It's a fundamental element for separating and organizing content into coherent blocks. Web browsers automatically add space before and after a paragraph to visually distinguish it from other content. Strong. When you want to indicate strong importance or emphasis in your text, you use the strong tag. It's often displayed as bold text and is commonly used for highlighting important words or phrases. M. The M tag is used to emphasize or emphasize text, and it's usually displayed as italicized text. It's helpful for indicating a change in tone, emphasizing a point, or highlighting the titles of books, movies, or other works. U. If you need to underline text, you can use the U tag. While underlining text has become less common in web design due to potential confusion with hyperlinks, it can still be used for specific styling purposes. BR. The BR tag is a simple yet handy one. It inserts a line break, forcing text or content that follows it to appear on the next line. It's often used when you need to create new lines within text or to separate content visually. HR. The HR tag creates a horizontal rule, which is essentially a horizontal line that spans the width of its containing element. It's commonly used to visually separate content sections or to create a visual break in a web page. These HTML elements provide essential tools for structuring and formatting text on a web page. Whether you are organizing content into paragraphs, emphasizing important details, or adding visual separation between sections. These tags help you control the presentation of your web content. In summary, the P, strong, M, U, BR, and HR elements are valuable tools for web designers and developers, enabling them to create visually appealing and well-structured web pages while conveying meaning and emphasis effectively. Tables. Tables are used to display data in rows and columns. The essential tags for creating tables are: Table defines the table. TR defines a table row. ETH defines a table header cell, bold and centered. TD defines a table data cell. Let me explore some HTML elements that are particularly essential when it comes to displaying structured data on web pages. These elements are fundamental for creating tables, which are often used to present information in a clear and organized manner. Table. The table element is like the container for your table. It defines the beginning and end of the table structure. When you use table, you are telling the browser that you are about to create a table, and all the other table-related elements will be nested within it. TR. Inside the table, you will find the TR element, which stands for table row. Each row in your table is created using the TR element. Rows are used to horizontally group table cells, data, and in essence, define the structure of the table. ETH. The ETH element represents a table header cell. It's typically used to label the columns or provide headings for different sections of the table. By default, text in ETH cells is displayed in bold and centered, making it stand out from regular table data. TD. The TD element, on the other hand, represents a table data cell. These cells contain the actual data or content you want to display within the table. They are placed within TR elements to create rows of data under the column headings provided by ETH elements. Together, these elements allow you to create structured and visually appealing tables on your web pages. Tables are commonly used for various purposes, such as displaying lists of information, financial data, schedules, and much more. They provide an organized and efficient way to present data to your website visitors. In summary, the table, TR, ETH, and TD elements are fundamental to creating tables in HTML. They enable web developers to arrange and display data in a tabular format, making it easier for users to understand and navigate information on a web page. This code represents the basic structure of an HTML table. HTML, which stands for Hypertext Markup Language, is the standard language for creating web pages. In this code, we are using HTML to create a simple table to display information. Let's break it down step by step. Table. This is the opening tag of the table element. It defines the beginning of the table. TR stands for table row. Inside the table, we have 3 TR tags. Each TR tag represents a new row in the table. ETH stands for table header. Inside the first TR, we have 2 ETH tags. These are used to define the header cells of the table, which typically contain titles for the columns. In this case, name and age are the headers for our table columns. TD stands for table data. Inside the subsequent TR tags, we have pairs of TD tags. These represent the actual data cells within the table. Here, we have 2 rows of data. The first row contains John in the first cell and 25 in the second cell, representing a person's name and age. The second row contains Mary in the first cell and 30 in the second cell. Table, this is the closing tag for the table element, which marks the end of the table structure. So, in summary, this HTML code defines a table with two columns, name and age, and two rows of data, one for John and one for Mary. The table header cells are used to label the columns, while the data cells contain the specific information for each person. When rendered in a web browser, this code would create a neat and organized table that presents this data in a structured format, which is a fundamental element of web page design.